Hey, how's it going, Dr. Handoo? My name is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. Thank you for trying out our site auditor. I hope you got some insight out of that. I wanted to do a follow-up video analysis to provide some further insight from as what I can see as a search marketer, as well as how it could help if we were to kind of move forward with this together. So what I did was I pulled up your website here in a tool called Ahrefs. It lets us look at the metrics of a website and see kind of what's been working for you in terms of your SEO. So right off the bat, I can see right here your URL backlinks and referring domains. And let me explain that. Um, a backlink and referring domain is basically any website out there that are pointing back to your website via a hyperlink. So if there's a website out there that's called ketaminblog.com, and they go out there and then they make a blog post, and in that blog post they say, hey, if you're looking for ketamine treatments, visit Dr. Handoo at drhandoo.com, and if someone clicked on that link, it would point back to your website. Now, believe it or not, Google actually tracks all these different websites that are linking out to each other, and they use that information, that data, to determine how authoritative your website is, right? What I was talking about earlier. And so as long as they're very good quality websites and they're relevant to your niche, you want a lot of these different websites pointing back to your website, because it shows Google that there's a lot of people out there that are referring you. There's a lot of people that are saying, hey, go check out this website, go check out this person. And so Google has realized that a lot of these websites that have a lot of these good quality backlinks and things like that pointing back to your website is a good metric of how the quality of your website and how authoritative it is. And so you just, at the end of the day, you just want a lot more backlinks and referring domains pointing back to your website, because it helps show Google that you're an authoritative website and a popular website. And so right now you're sitting at one referring domain and one backlink. We definitely want to shoot that for close to about 300 referring domains on about 1,000 to 3,000 backlinks. That's really going to show Google that you deserve to be at the top of Google for all the different keywords you want to rank for. So right there, we can definitely help you in terms of building the authority by sourcing these links for you. We have our own methods and things like that we can provide links and things like that and do outreach to help you build this out. So your organic keywords are the different kinds of phrases you currently rank for, and this is the estimated visitors that are visiting your website per month. And so a lot of room for improvement, definitely making your website visible in Google. That way you're not just out there just having a website for people to check out when you refer them, but people can actually just find you organically when people type in things like ketamine treatment and things like that. So let me show you over to this tab real quick, and let me show you exactly how many searches per month that a certain phrase is getting and things like that. So you can see if I just type in ketamine, if someone types in just ketamine, there's about 137,000 searches per month for that phrase. But I wanted to show you right here over to this column. This is what's called keyword difficulty, and it's a metric that Ahrefs uses to determine how difficult it might be to actually rank for a keyword. Now, this is on a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being the hardest. So, for example, if you wanted to rank for like the phrase Facebook, that would be close to about 97 to 100, because Facebook has that on lock, right? And so it's really hard for a new website to show up for that phrase Facebook. And so with the keyword difficulty of 48 for the phrase ketamine, this is about a year to 2 years worth of SEO work for you to start ranking at the first page of Google. That's just what we've noticed in terms of how long it takes and how many links and things like that it takes for us to rank for these kinds of keywords for our clients. But and it's definitely possible for us to rank you for this kind of big money keyword where it gets tons of volume. But what I wanted to show you is that there's a lot of low-hanging kind of like a low-hanging fruit where there's a decent amount of search volume and low keyword difficulty that we can rank you for. So in the meantime, while we're trying to rank you for this main keyword like ketamine, we can start ranking you for lower keyword difficulty phrases like this one. Ketamine infusion actually has a search volume of 2,800 with a keyword difficulty of 6. So a lot more quickly you can rank for this kind of phrase, because it just has a lot less competition. So a lot of people are going out there and optimizing their website specifically for the phrase ketamine, as well as like things like this one has 37. What is ketamine? Ketamine for depression, and ketamine drug. But you can see how even though this thing still gets 2,500 searches a month, there's only one keyword difficulty. Now, ketamine high is probably not something you want to rank for, but you kind of get the idea of like ketamine therapy that still gets 41. So you can see a lot of people are actually trying to rank for the important keywords. But there's a lot of these other kind of things like buy ketamine potentially, ketamine dose, ketamine, I mean, treatment, even 25 is a lot easier to rank for than 48, right? I mean, it's virtually half the amount of work. And so what we would do is basically we would come up with a keyword set of 10 that has low keyword difficulty and decent amount of volume, and start ranking you for these low-hanging fruit. That way you're starting to get more traffic to your website and start converting them into appointments and sales, and kind of going through the process. That way we're ranking you for that. In the meantime, while we're trying to rank you for the main keyword, right? That way you're not feeling like you're sinking a bunch of money into your online marketing efforts and not seeing a lot of results, right? And so this has worked very well for our clients in the past, optimizing your website specifically for these kinds of phrases, and 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 it just works very well in showing Google that you can rank for these kinds of keywords, and then start getting the credit for those, and then work our way towards the main keywords. And so kind of the process and methodology behind how we build out and ranking for these specific kind of keywords is actually going in here and building out an inner page specifically targeting that keyword. So I don't want to get into too technical about it, but basically, Dr. Handoo, what I do is for this about page, do you see how this is actually an inner page within the home page? So Dr. Handoo is your home page, but this is actually an inside page within your website. And so what I would do is, it doesn't necessarily have to be at the top right here, but let's say that I wanted to target the phrase ketamine high or ketamine effects, right? What I would do is I would specifically build out an inner page, and it would say ketamine dash effects, and then I would hash out some content on that, and it's really just going to show Google that that's the keyword you want to rank for. And so when people start searching up ketamine effects, that page that we would build out specifically targeting that keyword is going to be the one that starts ranking, right? And so we would do that for 10 of the keywords, and we would build out an inner page for each one of those, and then start ranking it that way. And so once we start throwing links at this at your website to build authority, as well as building out those inner pages specifically targeting those keywords, it's really going to show Google that you're starting to become an authoritative website. You're also going to show Google exactly what kind of keywords you want to rank for, right? And so this is the kind of SEO technique that a lot of, actually most people in your industry and your niche don't really know about, because they might be these doctors and things like that that know their side of taking care of their patients and things like that. They just don't know how to do the SEO part of it. And a lot of people don't even know how much value is in SEO, and that's where you can come in, and as long as you're doing your SEO efforts, you can take advantage of the competition that's not optimizing for these kinds of phrases, and start ranking quickly for those, and really start capturing and monopolizing on a lot of these keywords and traffic that are looking for ketamine treatments and things like that. So hope you got, at the very least, you got some insight out of this, Dr. Handoo. We'd love to work with you together in your SEO efforts. It's just a matter of kind of getting the ball rolling. So maybe asking you about what your goals are with the website, where you want to take this in a year or two, what your time frame is, your marketing budget, and things like that, and then we can hash out a plan and get this immediately kicked off. So your website itself doesn't need to be redesigned. I think it's a good looking website, and it's got plenty of information. We would clean up a couple of things, like making sure that this phone number right here is a click to call, so people can just click on it, and it's just SEO that helps rank you higher as well, and a few other things on your on-page elements, but we wouldn't even have to redesign it, just do our ongoing SEO efforts for it. So again, I appreciate it, Dr. Handoo. Hope you have a great rest of your day and week, and look forward to talking to you soon. So again, thank you, and have a great day.